Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aprilya Juliyanti, with student ID number 25,411,179 from Management 25A class. On this occasion, I will be presenting material from the Business Communication course, focusing on the topic of speeches in business communication. As we know, in today's business world, the ability to speak in public or deliver a speech clearly, structured, and convincingly is crucial. This skill is needed when someone wants to convey ideas, provide information, explain a strategy, or when trying to influence or convince an audience such as clients, colleagues, superiors, or other parties. Through a good speech, a speaker can convey a message more effectively, making it easier for the audience to understand the content. Furthermore, speaking skills can help build trust, enhance professionalism, and strengthen communication in a business environment. Therefore, the ability to deliver a speech is an essential skill, especially for those entering the professional and business world. With the right delivery techniques, the message delivered will not only be understood but also have a positive impact on the audience. Okay, to begin our discussion, we will move on to the first part, speech preparation in business communication. Speech preparation. Getting started. Okay, everyone. In this first section, we'll discuss three types of public speeches. The first is the informative speech. This informative speech is used to explain, report, describe, clarify, define, and demonstrate something. So, in this speech, we convey information clearly to the audience. This type of speech can also move the audience to act or believe in something, but its primary purpose remains to present facts, details, and examples. The second is the persuasive speech. This persuasive speech is designed to convince the audience. So, its primary goal is to influence the audience's beliefs or attitudes about something. This can be done by demonstrating our credibility as a speaker, or by appealing to the audience's emotions, using reasoning, and touching on their sense of right and wrong. The third is the entertaining speech. This speech uses humor to influence the audience, as we often see in after-dinner speeches. Typically, the speaker will first grab the audience's attention, then present one main idea in a light-hearted manner. It should be noted that this type of speech is the most difficult, because it requires ease, elegance, and depends heavily on the speaker's charisma. Speaking styles. Next, we move on to speaking styles. The first is the calm presenter. This calm presenter typically captures the audience's attention with a clear and focused approach. Throughout their presentation, everything seems organized and under control. This type of presenter typically has a clear mission and delivers their message with considerable intensity. They also use facts and figures to support their presentation. The characteristics of this presenter are analytical, logical, thorough, rational, intellectual, and insightful. The second is the enthusiastic presenter. This enthusiastic presenter can create a lively atmosphere. Some may like or dislike this type, but one thing is clear: no one completely ignores them. Their presentations are fast-paced, passionate, and often delivered with high energy. Their body movements, pauses, and the rise and fall of their voice are all dramatic and reinforce the points being made. This type of presenter is usually emotional, passionate, charismatic, impulsive, and bold. The third is the boring presenter. Boring presenters are typically afraid to take risks, so their presentations tend to be flat. They may seem safe, but they're uninteresting and easily forgotten. This type is quite common because many people prefer to stay in their comfort zone. And typically, audiences rarely directly call the presenter boring. This presenter's characteristics are cautious, predictable, ambivalent, and, of course, boring. Next, we move on to the 4 basic methods of delivering a speech. The first is reading a script word for word. This method has several drawbacks. If the speaker is not highly skilled, their delivery will sound like reading, or even singing. Furthermore, this method makes it difficult for the speaker to maintain eye contact with the audience, which can diminish their attention. If you want to completely lose the audience's attention, this method is very risky. The second is reciting from memory or memorizing. For example, Daniel Webster, the famous author of Webster's Dictionary, was able to captivate an audience for 3, 4, or even 5 hours without using notes. However, of course, not everyone has such memory skills. The downside of this method is the pressure to deliver a perfect speech. Furthermore, if the speaker suddenly loses focus and forgets, it can be difficult for the speaker to continue. The third is spontaneous speaking. A spontaneous speech is speaking in public with little or no preparation and without using notes. For some, this may feel like a daunting task, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. There are 3 basic rules for impromptu speaking. First, have something important to convey. Second, make the audience understand or believe it. And third, deliver it simply, directly, and meaningfully. The advantage of this method is that the delivery sounds natural and spontaneous. However, one important thing to remember is that we must truly understand what we are talking about. Fourth, speak impromptu. Most of us commonly use this method. An impromptu speech isn't completely spontaneous, as it still uses brief, prepared notes. However, the choice of words is adjusted during delivery. This method gives the speaker more control, feels more spontaneous, and has a conversational quality. This means that even if it's been delivered many times, it still feels fresh to a new audience. This method also allows us to maintain eye contact, use natural gestures, and truly interact with the audience. Next, we move on to audience composition. The way we deliver our speech will depend greatly on who we're speaking to. First, when speaking with a superior, we should offer advice, not sound preachy, and everything we say should be supported by facts. Second, when speaking with colleagues, we can share information, engage them, and invite them to share their experiences. Showing a little vulnerability can also make us more accepted. Third, when speaking with team members, use we language, exemplify, share shared successes, and be willing to admit mistakes if necessary. Fourth, when speaking with special interest groups, focus on their needs and build rapport with a persuasive approach. And fifth, when dealing with mixed groups, we need to combine various techniques to ensure everyone understands. And at the beginning, it's important to capture their attention with examples that are relevant to everyone. Preparation outline. There are 3 main parts to a speech. First, the introduction. Just like a film, a speech needs a good beginning. The introduction serves to prepare the audience for what will be delivered. First impressions are crucial, as a poor opening can cause the audience to lose interest right from the start. Indeed, this opening is often the most difficult part. However, if we get through it well, the rest of the speech will usually feel easier. Next, the main point. Within the main point, there are several things to consider. First, each point must stand alone and not depend on each other. Second, use the same delivery pattern. And third, the delivery time must be balanced. And third, the conclusion. The conclusion serves to summarize the speech and signal the speech's imminent end. As Longfellow said, beginning is important, but ending well is even more important. Many good speeches are less than effective because of an inappropriate closing. The closing is the last opportunity to convey your ideas. and it's usually the part that the audience remembers most. The conclusion has two main functions, namely, first, to inform the audience that the speech will soon end, and second, to strengthen the audience's understanding of the main idea. Elements of a good speech. In a speech, there are two important elements: vocal expression and nonverbal expression. The first is vocal expression. We must speak loud enough to be heard, clear enough to be understood, and not too fast for the audience to follow. There are 5 dimensions of voice that we can adjust: volume, which means speaking louder or softer for emphasis; tone, which means keeping it within a comfortable range; speed, which can be accelerated to convey enthusiasm and slowed down for emphasis; articulation, which means speaking clearly; and voice quality, which reflects the character of our voice. The second is nonverbal expression. Body language is crucial because it influences credibility and helps the audience focus. If we move to attract attention and then speak, the audience will listen. However, if we speak while moving aimlessly, the audience will only see, not hear. Things to consider: first, stand still for a moment and make eye contact before starting. Second, speak after eye contact has been established. Third, don't pace too much. Fourth, choose a few points to move purposefully. Fifth, move naturally, as if talking to a friend. Sixth, use your hands to assist with explanations. Seventh, avoid putting your hands in your pockets. There are also other things to consider, such as, first, use a script with a large, neat font; second, use a podium for notes; and third, keep your hands open. Conclusion. Everyone, from the material we've discussed, we can conclude that speechmaking is one of the essential skills in business communication. There are various types of speeches, from informative to persuasive to entertaining, each with a different purpose. Furthermore, our speaking style also greatly influences how our message is received by our audience. Therefore, we need to choose the right style to make our delivery more effective and engaging. We've also learned about various speech delivery methods, from reading a script, memorizing, being spontaneous, to impromptu. Each method has its own advantages and disadvantages. Equally important, we must understand our audience, because our delivery style will depend greatly on who we're speaking to. Finally, in composing a good speech, we need to pay attention to a clear structure, namely an introduction, main points, and a conclusion, supported by appropriate vocal and nonverbal expressions to ensure the message is conveyed effectively. Conclusion. In conclusion, we can understand that public speaking skills are not just about speaking, but also about how we convey our message clearly, confidently, and effectively influence our audience. With good preparation and consistent practice, we can all become more effective speakers. That concludes my presentation. I apologize for any shortcomings. Thank you for your attention, everyone.